Hey, what's up, guys? It's InScored Sports coming back with another video, and as y'all can see, the man is back. Nick, you are back. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Good. It's such a weird time with this quarantine thing. It's really tough being in two different places, having to do this call instead of being together doing a
Oh
video.
yeah.
But we're back anyway, so I'm sure the fans are happy to see you back. So today we're going to be talking about the NBA and our opinion on whether we think the NBA should come back or not. Nick, I want to hear your opinion, and then I'll give you mine.
At this current stage and how it's projected to be, like they don't know if it's going to come back till like they're not deciding on this. Adam Silver said till like May or like the beginning of May.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how they can continue it unless they go straight to the playoffs. I don't want them to continue the regular season. I know that might make some fans mad, given the fact that like the Pelicans were still in it and there was a good 8 seed battle. But like other than that, most of it was pretty much decided. Most fans, I think, could collectively agree on that. Besides, like I said, Pelicans, Timberwolves fans, and there was one other team in the running that I can't. The Trailblazers. Those 3 teams
Yeah.
were in it. Other than that, I maybe go straight to the playoffs and maybe make them shortened, maybe to 5 games, do something like that. But I don't think the season should count from anything. Maybe give out awards, but the season, unfortunately, is going to be tainted no matter who wins the competition because chemistry is probably broken. A lot of players probably aren't getting as much practice as they need. Maybe some come back from injuries that would have derailed the seeding and all that. Like we just don't know what would have happened. And from now on, if there was a championship, that team is always going to be referred to as they got lucky because this wouldn't have happened if they got to play the rest of the season. That's how I see it, at least.
I agree with a lot of what you said. To be honest, it's hard for me to go either way. The main reason I think the NBA should not come back this year, I don't think it should. And I don't think it should just because at this point it's already been a month since the NBA has played a game. I think it's been right at a month. I know players are training and still probably working out a lot, but they haven't been like in a full on game in a month. And if this continues into May, possibly June, that's going to be 2-3 months before they haven't played a game in 2 or 3 months, which is it'll take them a long time to bounce back and to get into their form. So to go straight into the playoffs, you could see major upsets happen. Like you could see the 8 seed in the West beat the Lakers in the first round. Like it literally could happen. Be just really skewed in my opinion. So I don't think if they did come back, I think they would need to give the players a couple weeks of regular season to get back into some kind of a form. And I just think that would take too long, and the playoffs wouldn't start until like July. And depending on how long this thing even lasts, because if it goes into July and August, then it's going into the next season, and what would they do then? So I just don't think there's enough time left for them to really start this thing back up again. I don't think it's going to clear up that fast, first of all. So I just don't think that there's enough time left. I would love to see it come back just because I miss basketball a lot and watching it, but I don't think realistically there's enough time for it to come back.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing is that they shouldn't, if they don't bring it back, they shouldn't announce a winner. And they shouldn't. I think they should still give awards out because I think it was most would agree Giannis should get it, and most would agree that Josh should get it. I think that's the best thing they can do.
Yeah, I mean a lot of awards pretty much were already set. Like you could give, like people wouldn't complain a whole lot by giving awards to people at this point. Like if it was only halfway through the season, then that'd be different. But they were at the last month of the season, so awards I think should be given out.
I sort of hope, and this is just sort of what I want, is that if it is going to be postponed, it gets postponed for a bit, and maybe the NBA season shifts a little bit, and we get more of like the NBA starting right when the NFL stops, and because it seems
Yeah.
like we have a lot of it bunched in all together, and maybe the NBA can be in sort of the summertime. I feel like that would be sort of cool to see, and I honestly feel like it would help it a little bit, but that's just me.
Yeah. For me, I just don't know about it, because then you would, if you went that way and you changed it up, then you'd have to stick with that. Like, you couldn't. I heard a couple weeks ago, I think it might have been Chris Broussard who said that. He's like, if you switch it to that, if you want to go and make it a season shift, like to a different time, then you got to stick with it. You can't go back to the way it was. If you do it and it doesn't really work out, it would be kind of stuck. So I don't know. I don't know if it calls for this drastic of a change. To me, I would just say, we'll come back next season and we'll redo it. For some teams, it's going to really stink. For teams that were really good, like the Thunder, who were really good this last year and had a chance to win a playoff series next year, I don't know if they will be, with Chris Paul going down in age and stuff. So for teams like that, it really stinks. But for the general league, I think it's better to just not come back. But that's my opinion.
Just a quick question: what do you think the most impacted team by this was? Do you think it would be the Bulls or Lakers or the Clippers who had the biggest shot at winning, or do you think it was someone like?
I honestly think it's the Lakers. The Lakers, I think people still think that they're going to be really good like next year and stuff, and they'll be decent. But I think this was their year to do something. And since if the NBA doesn't come back, the Lakers are the biggest ones to me that are going to be affected, because LeBron was playing really good, and who knows, after another year, maybe he'll come back next year and play just like he did this year, but I think that's less likely to happen. And so I think this was their year. They were the 1 seed. They're in perfect position. And now if that's all taken away, I think it's going to affect them the most.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was it for this video. Hope you all liked it, and glad to be back. So enjoy, subscribe, and go check out our other ones. Stay safe.